Thank you for joining Rolanda's Living for Success, and today we have a very special video. Today's video is going to be about 2018 New Year's resolutions for couples. And so I'm going to have a special guest today, and it is going to be the love of my life, Stanley, and he's going to join me, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we plan to do for this year. So this is definitely something that's part of living for success and moving forward, and always, looking for the best things to do and the best things to incorporate into your life, your relationships. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you like it, please subscribe down low. Also like it or dislike it. Let me know the truth, or leave a comment. Let us know exactly how you're feeling about our content. And if you have some suggestions for our 2018 resolutions, let us know. And without further ado, let me introduce you to Stanley. Come on in here, Stanley. Hey,
hello,
everybody.
Hello, everyone.
This is Stanley, and this is the love of my life. We live together. We are also a blended family. We have a lot of kids. Yeah, that's going to be in a whole nother video. But today we're going to be sharing what we plan on doing for 2018 as these resolutions, because of course we want to grow and be a better couple. I mean, hopefully everybody that's in a relationship looks forward to having growth in their relationship. So we have a couple of things that we would love to share, and we kind of scribbled them down and just to give us like a baseline of what we want to talk about. But this is our personal 2018 couples resolution. And so you want to start, or
yeah,
let him start, because this is my channel. I'm just saying.
It's your channel.
It is my channel. See? Yep. I'm going to be growing, so is it going to be our channel? Because if it's a whole lot of dedication going on if this is our channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the first thing, just the claiming of everything for 2018, like, clinging and claiming and just doing everything, and, sharing in the responsibilities of doing everything for the new year. So the sharing responsibilities and the claiming, it's all about we, it's not about the I. We as in French.
He's showing his tail tonight.
Yeah.
Well, that is kind of true, because we do share a lot of responsibilities because there's so much going on in our lives. So I think it's very important that not one person in the relationship is bogged down by all the responsibilities of taking care of a household, taking care of each other. I know personally, excuse me, when I'm not feeling well or my body's hurting, he's quick to take care of me. And I probably say, hey, honey, are you okay? Probably 1,000,001 times in one day. I don't know if that's too much healthy for me, but that's how, he normally doesn't talk. So it's like pulling teeth out his mouth to get him to say if there's something going on. But we do a lot of sharing of taking care of each other. And it's important to do that, because we didn't come into this relationship wanting to be by ourselves. We came in wanting someone to commit to us, to be comfortable around us, to love us unconditionally. And so we came into this relationship looking for a partner. And that's what you want to do. You want to continue being partners. And so sharing the responsibilities of taking care of your house and your heart is definitely it's super important. Give me some googly eyes. I almost nailed it for a second. So yeah, so that so that is definitely one thing that we're definitely going to try to strive more in doing, is looking out for each other. So the 2018 first resolution is listening to each other and making sure that we have each other's back, and making sure that we're sharing responsibilities. You want to add on to that?
Yeah, definitely the sharing responsibilities, and just want to make sure, again, going back to the emphasis on we, when you're not a couple or you are a couple, a lot of times you have the decisions that you make by yourself, but it does affect the whole family each and every decision, even the smallest decisions of, am I going to get gas here or there, or am I going to turn left or right? Because every small thing has a repercussion, and again, it does affect the family in a negative, positive, or either way. That is kind of starting off with. So
yeah, that's good stuff. Another thing as a New Year's resolution that we brought up was super extremely important, and that was keeping family out of your relationship. That's a big one for a lot of people, because as a woman, I'm gonna say from my point of view, I look to my mom for advice. Some stuff I probably shouldn't say to her because it involves her emotionally into whatever I have going on emotionally with him. And so completely cutting out the sharing of personal stuff that's in your relationship, because once we've committed to take care of each other and we're part of each other's lives, we've broken the strings of our parents. But sometimes us women, and I'm gonna be real with that, don't know how to let go of telling our mama everything. And so my New Year's resolution on my end is to really cut going to the family about like personal stuff that's within our relationship. And I believe that can be a number one factor on why a lot of people don't make it in their relationships, because they involve their family, and that can be a bit much. What do you say on that?
Yeah, definitely do agree with that. A lot of times when you're talking about family and you're talking about different times, you're like, our family has been growing up in civil rights, 60s, around that era. So it's a different era that you have. You know, with the era, you know, the way that you raised your family in the 60s, 70s is a totally different way to raising families in the 2000s and the, you know, what we have now.
True.
In the 2010s. So in that case, you can't go back to your mom and explain, hey, I don't have my Twitter account. And she's going to say, what the hell is a Twitter account? You know, or the technology that you're doing now. Mm-hmm. The same thing as she's saying, you know, when, you know, she's coming to you and it's like, well, I don't know how to raise this, or I don't know how to homeschool, or the kind of the simple things. And she's going to know, well, what the hell, I did you the same way. It's, you know, why the hell don't you remember that? You can remember everything else. You can't remember phone numbers. You can't remember everything else, smartphones. But you just can't remember the simple, basic things. So a lot of times you want to look back to your parents just for the basics.
That's it.
Just for the basics.
That's it. And keep them out of your bedroom.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Just like, definitely, I can agree on that. We are of a different generation. Just the level of divorce is so high in America. That it's just out of control. And I think a big thing, part of that is that couples don't know how to communicate with each other and let each other know what's going on. They rather communicate outside of the relationship, and that's where people start forgetting their place. So definitely go to your family just for the basics. You know, all that personal stuff and everything that you have going on, unless you're, getting kicked down and beat up, definitely try to keep it amongst yourselves and try to work it out as a couple. Another thing that we talked about as a New Year's resolution would be just how we deal with our families, because we are a blended family. So how we deal with our children. He has 2 wonderful boys, and I have 5 kids. I have 1 boy and 4 girls. Of course, he has 1 out the home because he's in college, and I have 2 out the home, which are grown and have their own lives. And then I have 3 at home, and he has 1 at home. And so the biggest thing as far as with a blended family, well, number one, it can be scary as hell. I ain't gonna kid you. Like, you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing, saying the right thing. You don't want to upset anybody. You don't want to upset the child, and you have to be sensitive to their needs. So always just having respect, I guess, for our children. And telling our children to have respect for the person that we're in a relationship with, and not letting our children run our relationship. So our resolution for this, which they've never tried to run our relationship, is just gaining more of a better relationship with each other's children as a whole, so that we can continue to build a better relationship amongst us as well. Because, I don't know about you, But I've been in a relationship before my husband, that the person didn't respect my children. And so my children didn't respect me and didn't respect the choices I had made because they were upset at how they were being treated. So definitely being on each other's side when it comes to respecting each other and respecting both sides of the family as children. Plus, we don't believe in step families. They're all our children. We have a lot of them. They eat a lot too. And they have a lot of resources, but we love them the same anyway. But definitely the respect. You want to piggyback on that? He's good at piggybacking. I like this.
All right.
It's good stuff.
The best thing to do when you're in a relationship, especially when you're dealing with children, is just from a man's perspective to a woman that has children. You know, sometimes a man doesn't have children, sometimes a woman has children.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the situation is, the first thing you do if you have the kids, you don't want to kind of throw them onto the person, but then you just don't want to hide them from the person either. So you kind of want to gradually have the person, if the person is really interested in you and in growing a relationship, you want that person to be a friend to the kids first. So once they're a friend to the kids first, and then if you survive or if you don't survive, at least the kids know how a man or a woman is supposed to, come in a relationship and be a friend to the kids. Mm-hmm. Because if you're still not friends, or like I said, the relationship is done over with, you can still be friends with the kids. So instead of throwing the kids in and it's too early, it's too late, or it's too ever, you don't want to have that time thing, because your focus is having to be friends. And the kids will tell you, kids aren't slow.
No. They probably know more about what's going on than we do.
Right. They know, and
that's true.
They do everything. So the kids will feel more comfortable with other people, even if it's not your first choice or your second choice, third choice, that you feel comfortable when they know that the person that you're dealing with or the person that you're in a relationship with is befriending them before they try to become your parent. Because you can't become a parent before you become a friend.
True. Because they're not gonna listen to you.
No, they're gonna be the parent, and that's just her, that's just him. He's over there or she's over there. Yeah. They're just living together. Yeah. Instead of being a friend where they can come to you. And sometimes, a lot of times, when you do that, the parent, the real parent or the biological parent doesn't know some of the secrets that the actual kids tell the other one as a friend. Mm-hmm. So once you get that confided and trusted in that, then everybody can come together, because even if we get into arguments or something like that, even the kids like, hey, well, where's such and such? Well, why isn't he or she coming around? I still like him. Well, I'm gonna call him anyway. I don't care if y'all fighting. I can do what y'all want to do. That is, I'll call that a friend, and I want to confide in my friend to ask him something.
Right.
So then that's, like I said, that's the kind of only really way that I can really see that, having couples, especially with kids, to actually have any kind of success in doing that.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta make sure that you've built a relationship with your stepchildren or your spouse's children. Definitely go beyond yourself. And do that. And then, but to the parents, there's some parents that allow people into their lives that don't accept their children. So be wary of that when it comes to your babies. Make sure that you're always keeping them in your lips dry.
No, I'm just right. Yeah. Just make sure.
Yeah, okay, making sure this camera has turned him into a monster. Anyway, but making sure that excuse me, that you have your children in a safe environment. Definitely make sure that the person that you decide to spend the rest of your life with has your best interest at heart and theirs as well. So that's definitely one resolution we're going to do is learning this year is building a better relationship with all of the kids as a whole. I think that'll be fun because they're a pretty cool group, and they're a little wacky, but they're ours. So that's definitely one thing we wanted to do. So so far what we have keeping family out of relationships. We have building a relationship with our kids. We have
the we factor, not as far as I.
The we factor as far as I. You make sure he got that up there, because if we don't, it's all hell breaks loose on this New Year's resolution. Anyway, okay. Another thing, we talked about sharing responsibilities and taking care of each other. So those are a few things that have agreed to do for our 2018 New Year's resolution. We're definitely going to do some more couple stuff because this was fun. I liked it.
2018 couples resolution. See?
2018 couples resolution.
No we. The we.
And we. Whew, we. Yeah. Oh, it was another thing I want to talk about too. And that would be on how to deal with anger. Because I know me, when we get upset with each other, he's more of the, come here, let me grab you, and we need to talk, and let me wipe your tears away. And he's really handsy and stuff. And then I'm like, don't touch me. I don't want to talk to you. Don't look at me. Don't speak. But then that never resolves anything. So definitely our fourth resolution is going to be on how to manage how we feel when we are having a disagreement or we're angry with each other. Because the littlest thing people can take to a whole nother level and completely mess up a really good relationship because they couldn't have it their way, or they had their little fit and it just went to a whole nother level. So definitely this year, our fourth resolution is learning how to deal with each other during those type of moments. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But
definitely getting to the root of the problem.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're angry at an outside force that came and influenced or came in some kind of way, upset one of the persons, and then you're taking it out on your spouse because somebody else's thing.
Yeah,
so
like the kids eating my candy or something that I have aside, and then he just gives it to them. So I'm not mad directly at the kids when I should be, because they know it's mama stuff. But yeah, that just have to throw that in there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
You can't get mad at one person knowing you should be mad at the other person. But that is definitely true. You can definitely do that. So yeah, working on that and being direct. Yep.
Yeah, and solving the problem, just first kind of recognize what is the problem. You can have the problem and you can directly address that. And then once you directly address the problem, then you can go out and find out your solution to something like that. But if you don't, then it's like you're always pulling different problems in. Okay, I know this, but you do this. I know that, but you remember that time you did this, or remember that time you did that, or well, why do something else? It's just the kind of comparison that you don't want to do. That comparison and kind of bringing stuff in the past, because you're going to bring everything in the past and you're just going to dump everything on it, and it's like you're never going to do anything. And then once you get kind of accustomed to doing that, kind of dumping everything, that's exactly what you're going to do every single time. So every single time that's going to be accomplished is a big dump.
Yep.
And you're going to both feel like dumpsters.
Yeah, it's going to feel really, really weird. For sure. For sure. So definitely growing as a couple this year is on the top of our list. And because we've been together, what year did we get together? Quiz time, everybody.
Oh, the good year.
The good year, that's not a year.
Yeah,
what year?
It was 2013. Yeah, 2013.
That was the year we actually met. When he was like, get on, you little peasant. Like he didn't want to talk to me, knowing I was the finest thing in there. But anyway, I understand. No, honey, when we actually started seeing each other was 2015.
Oh, see, I was early. See, that's the thing. Always be early. Always be early.
He said always be early. Okay.
You gotta be on CP. Don't be on CP time. Be on WP time. Always be early.
Yeah, always be early.
See, it's like I just, when we met, then I was recording, and then we're recording, and then we finally did that. So that's what early you gotta, prejudge.
Communication. We're communicating. Subscribe down low, and like it or dislike it. Let us know how you feel in the comments, and we would love to hear from everybody. So Happy New Year, everyone. And enjoy the rest of your year and make some resolutions. It's not lame. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not doing that and I'm not doing this, but it helps, definitely. So have a good year, and thanks for tuning in. Check y'all later.
All right, well, just make sure you have couples resolutions, because everybody's resolutions are always the same. Beginning of the year, I'm going to get to the gym,
I'm going to lose this chicken fat under my arm.
Do this and do that, and then come March, when it gets hot outside and you're shopping and you're eating bonbons and you're doing everything else, then it comes March, then everybody wants to take trips and do everything else. Oh, I need to make more money. So we're making more money, and you don't want that constant cycle of
the same old resolutions.
The same every year. So I'm doing the same thing, and you're looking even worse, and you're getting even older. So you want, hopefully, to find a couple's resolutions to kind of push. So pushing, and like, let's do this, even though they're gonna argue and fight back. It's like, well, you're doing the same thing you did last year, you're doing the same thing this year, so why even try? So we're gonna try to do all. The first thing and the main thing about just one thing, this topic of losing weight. Weight is a lot of excuses. So once you lose excuses, then you can lose weight. You lose the weight. Yeah. So lose excuses first, and then lose the weight. So you can't have both. You can't have the yin and the yang. You got the yang, but you got the yin.
Says the guy that absolutely has 2% body fat. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right.
It was fun, guys. Have a good year, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Bye.